Hey everybody, it's Scott here. I'm cooking up some ribs, preparing some ribs for the weekend. I just finished making the baby backs out of the oh gosh, St. Louis style ribs. That's what it was. I didn't want to pay for somebody to already cut them up and then give 16 bucks for that, two of those each, and miss out on all that meat. So, I mean, make sure that when you guys are buying ribs, if you decide to buy ribs, that don't buy them already cut up and trimmed. I mean, it takes, what, 15 minutes to do it, and that's how much extra meat. And that's all meat. There's a little bit of cartilage in there, but I've already thrown away all the fat. That's all meat, and that's what's going to make the rib points, rib tips, or whatever they call them down south. Okay, so why pay $17 for that when you can pay $16 and have them already and just have to do it yourself and have all that extra meat? Alright, but anyway, I'm going to make ribs, and I'm going to go over my rub recipe with you. Today, I'm preparing meat for an entire week for my whole family. I'm doing ribs for the weekend. Probably won't eat those until tomorrow. Those are going to take 5 hours to cook. I'm going to do chicken wings. I'm going to smoke chicken wings tonight. All we're doing to them when we put them in the smoker: salt, pepper, onion powder, and garlic. That's all I do to those. Keep them completely keto, and I'm going to smoke them at the same time because I want them smoked. Since I have to do it slow, low and slow for the ribs, I'm going to have to, if I want a crispy crust, I'm going to have to, crispy crust on my, or crispy skin on my wings, I'm going to have to bring them in and either put them in the air fryer, which is probably what I'll do, or just put them on the broiler, depending upon how many that I have. But that pan will be available because they go directly on the rack. So I'll be able to bring them in and put them on the broiler if I need to. Anyway, I'm going to get you that recipe. Let me go ahead and gather up all my stuff and put it together, and I will go over the recipe. And alright guys, I'm going to try something a little bit different with the sweetener this time. Instead of using Swerve, I do have Swerve, but I want to see how the monk fruit tastes in my barbecue mixture. Again, monk fruit is totally keto, organic. It's great. I mean, look it up. This is monk fruit golden. I just do this to show you guys that we are not slaves to sugar. We can replace the sugar that is in the recipes that call for sugar. You do not have to go without your barbecue sauce. You just have to make it yourself. We're doing the barbecue rub. We're going to do it completely sugar-free. This time we're going to use monk fruit instead of the erythritol, and we're going to see how this tastes. So we're going to do a little bit of monk fruit. I'm going to do this because, I mean, my back's going to be to you, and get out of my, so my back's going to be to you, and I don't want to, you know, be rude, so I'm going to shut the camera off while I mix it. So what we do is I'm going to do a cup. Actually, I'm not going to, I don't have, well, I'm just trying to figure out because I don't want to use a whole. I'm going to do a half cup. I can always make another half cup if I want. So we're going to do a half cup recipe. So we're going to go a half cup of the monk fruit, half cup of the smoked paprika. I just got regular organic paprika. Find the smoked paprika. I don't need the smoked paprika because all this is going in my smoker. So we're going to, I'll bring it out and I'm going to show you guys my smoker this time too. But anyway, we're going to go with a half cup of monk fruit, a half cup of paprika, 1 tablespoon of sea salt, a teaspoon of black pepper. It says a half teaspoon for the chili powder, but I like a little bit of spice, so I'm going to go with a full teaspoon of the chili powder, a teaspoon of garlic. Forgot to grab the onion. I'm going to put a teaspoon of onion in. I'm going to put a 1/4 teaspoon of mustard, ground mustard in there, because I like the kick that mustard gives. Okay? Alright, I'm going to mix this all up. I'll show you what it looks like when we're done. Alright guys, I have it mixed up now. This is what it looks like all mixed together. I've got the monk fruit in there. A little bit lighter than the Sucre Gold. And a little bit lighter than the Swerve brown sugar substitute. But don't be afraid to taste your rub. I mean, it's just a taste. It's not going to hurt you. Tastes great. Alright, so this is what's going on my ribs. Let me go ahead and get all this stuff seasoned up for you. And then next time I turn it on, we'll be putting it in the grill. Or the smoker, whatever you want to call it. Alright guys, I wanted to show you my pit boss. This is my pit right over here. This is where I do all my ribs. I do a lot of ribs, so I'm really good at cooking ribs. I've got this keto barbecue rib down. As you can see, I'm continuing to lose weight doing DDP and eating my ribs. I have 8 people living here, so please don't think I'm cooking like a pig. I'm cooking for an army, literally. Anyway, so this is the inside of my smoker. Just put the ribs in, so I'm not worried about losing the heat. Again, I've got the baby racks up there. I squeeze 2 in. Then I've got the points all around it. And these are just the back strap of meat right there. And those are going to be delicious. So what we're going to do, I've got water in my water pot right here. We're going to smoke these for 3 hours. Then I'm going to bring them in, and I'm going to wrap everything up in aluminum foil. I'm going to put some more butter in there and some swerve or monk fruit. I haven't decided yet. And then I'm going to wrap that up and I'm going to braise it for 2 hours. Then after it's done braising, they'll be fall apart ready then. Then I'm going to glaze it up with barbecue sauce and I'm going to put it on here. But I put these on the bottom too because I've got beef ribs that got to go here and chicken wings that got to go here. And of course I bought a marrow bone for the puppy, so that's going to go on here somewhere else. But anyway, a lot of people in my family don't like pork. I happen to think it's the duct tape of food, so I've got it on the bottom shelf so none of the juices drip down on the other food. But the beef is going to go here and the chicken's going to go here. Alright, shut it off. Alright, hey guys, I'm seasoning up the beef ribs. I've already got the chicken wings all seasoned up. I didn't figure you wanted me to watch, you wanted to watch me put salt and pepper on them. Anyway, all I'm doing is salt, pepper, onion, and garlic powder. And I've discovered that's the secret to chicken and beef when you put it in the smoker. Any other sauces you're going to want to put on when you take it out. That's just been my experience. But these will come out great. It all depends upon what you like. Whenever you're smoking something, guys, you got, I mean, I know that we all know the rules. I mean, come on, we were all, let's just face it, we're on DDPY. Most of us were all fat guys once. Once upon a time we were. Right now we're all in recovery. And being in recovery is learning how to do the things that we love, only healthier. So again, I'm not using any sugar at all. Just salt, just pepper, just onion powder. Yes, there's a little bit of carbs in onions. I was shocked to find out that there were carbs in onions. But not enough to make it anything to worry about, really. I'm still going to be under on my carbs here, so I'm not really worried about it. I'm even going to apply a generous amount to it. I just rub it all in. Alright everybody, I gotta make this quick because it's dying. So let's go ahead and open this up. I've got chicken wings on the top rack. On the bottom rack, those are those 4 beef ribs in the back there. All I did was season them with onion powder, garlic powder, salt, and pepper. So they're totally keto, and yes, those are grass-fed, free-range chicken wings. That's just a marrow bone. That is for the puppy right there, him. He gets upset if I pull stuff out of here and don't have anything for him. They only cost a couple bucks, so I grabbed him a marrow bone and put it in there. Along with the rest of the chicken wings. Those beef ribs I'm going to cook until they're probe tender, so probably about 200 degrees. There are the pork ribs, and again, those are going to take 5 hours. 3 hours like that, 2 hours wrapped up, then another hour with the barbecue sauce that we are going to make on there. Anyway, veggies for dinner, we're going to do roast asparagus and roasted broccoli. And of course my juice. Alright everybody, I'm done. A little bit of camera malfunction there, so if I sound like I repeated myself, it was on purpose. Alright, but anyway, smoked the wings. I smoked the wings for a couple of hours, so they were in there for exactly 2 hours, and I pulled them out. I want you to take a look at what they look like. They're nice and juicy, but they're still all soft. Now, we did season them with salt and pepper, but, I mean, what's wings without having them being finished off under the, and nice and crispy, and which is we're going to crisp them up in the air fryer. But first, we need our sauces. So, I'm going with this for the hot ones. This is new. I tried it the other day. All it's made out of is peppers, water, peppers, salt, vinegar, garlic powder, various spices, and xanthan gum. So this is low carb, no carb. There's really no carbs in here. Yep, 0 carbs, no sugar, perfect for us. So my hot wings are going to be like that, but that's easy. You can find that stuff anywhere. All right, and you can make, I am going to do garlic parmesan, but that's easy. Butter, Parmesan. I know I should go get organic Parmesan and do it fresh, but I don't have the money right now. And garlic, okay? But, and that, of course, is easy. But barbecue sauce. Guys, don't go out and buy that no sugar added or diet barbecue sauce out there, because it's not made to taste, number one. Okay, and number two, they've got probably maltodextrin in it or something like that. Unless you read the fine print on the back and you know what you're looking for, there's going to be something in there that's going to knock your system out of ketosis and just interfere with weight loss. So if you just want a sugar-free barbecue sauce, it takes 3 minutes to make. Alright, start with an organic, see, I don't get to do organic all that much, but I bought an organic sugar-free ketchup. Alright, it's basically almost made. Okay, so for this, pop it open. Don't know how much we're going to need, so we're just going to do a small portion. Nice and thick, I'll tell you that. And of course, the name of the game is not to mess up the kitchen so you don't get in trouble. Alright, so half a cup of unsweetened organic ketchup. No sugar. There's less than a gram of carbs in here, less than a gram of sugar. Okay, let me get my rubber spatula. I'm going to need it for the ribs anyway. But these are going to be for the wings, which are tonight's dinner. Before I do the liquids, I'm going to do the powder. This time I'm using monk fruit. I'm fresh out of Swerve. You can use Swerve, you can use, which is an erythritol brown sugar substitute. You can use monk fruit, which is another. This is all natural, so it's a different type, but it's still no sugar added. Okay, it's not going to spike your blood sugars. This is what it looks like. This is the golden one. You can get it white or you can get it gold. This is the golden one, so we're going to go with the golden. 3 tablespoons. 1, 2, 3. Now, if you like yours a little bit spicier, or a little bit, not spicier, but if you like yours a little bit sweeter, go ahead and add it. You're making it to your taste, okay? That's your sweetener. So you're going to use that for your taste. Either use that, you can use stevia if you want. If you can get the stevia, you can use stevia, but the easiest things to find are the monk fruit and the Swerve. Alright, now we need apple cider vinegar, 1 tablespoon.
What's that?
Put that in there, then give it a little bit of a tang. Set that aside because we don't need it anymore. Worcestershire sauce, 1 teaspoon. One teaspoon Worcestershire sauce.
Nice.
Again, I probably should have done my powder before I did my liquid, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you would think so. So, oh, by the way, 2X. I haven't been in a 2X in years. Not only is it a 2X, but it's been washed several times by a guy, so you know it's shrunk. So who knows what size it is.
At this point, it's probably just an X.
I wish. I'll have to try it. I'll have to try just an extra large. Alright, so now we're just going to go with a teaspoon of the garlic.
I'm just getting a close shot of that.
A teaspoon of the salt. I'm using sea salt. I usually grind it, but for this I'm just not grinding it.
Yep.
You can use your pink Himalayan salt if you'd like. And then the chili powder. The ketchup already, the unsweetened ketchup was already spicy. So I'm only going to go with a 1/4 teaspoon of this to start until we taste it.
If it's bad, then we add more. That's how we basically roll it.
Well, it hasn't been bad yet. I got this recipe from a woman I found online, and the name of her site is All Day Long. All Day I Dream About Food, and I have not been disappointed with any of her recipes yet. And this is a simple no-cook barbecue sauce. Looks like barbecue sauce. Just mix it together. I mean, I'd probably come a little bit better. It'd come together a little bit better if I put some more heat on it. But I'm not going to I'm not going to finish it off for another hour, so it'll settle just fine.
We need to make more ice cream after this.
We do.
That's a double upload coming later tonight.
My grandson wants to make ice cream.
Yep. That means a double upload's coming later tonight, so stay tuned.
Kind of spicy.
I think that's how it's supposed
I
to be.
do like it. Come on over here, Riley. You know what? Actually, a little bit more sweetener for the kids. And this time I'm not going to measure it. I'm just going to put a dash in.
Well, I'm just saying, y'all be prepared for the double upload that's coming.
Oh, hold on a minute. Let me.
This bad boy is going to be used. I mean, as always.
Of course.
Well, we just have to get the ingredients turned.
Riley's ice cream. Cooking with Riley.
Yeah.
All right. See that? I like the way it tasted before. It was just a bit spicy. I wanted to make sure, because I know 12-year-old's not going to like spicy. Perfect. Take a taste.
That's not bad.
Does it need anything?
It's just a little spicy. That's pretty much it. It's pretty good, though.
Want more sugar in it?
Nah.
No?
It's perfect.
It's perfect? All right. Thank you. All right. There you go, guys.
Now I go back to manning the camera. Oh, wait. We're turning it off. All right, then. Well, outro time.
Sugar-free barbecue sauce. Ready to go on.
Also, like I said earlier, stay tuned.
Alright, we're going ahead and we're making the garlic parmesan. It's 1 stick of butter and 2 tablespoons of garlic in there. And then I'm going to put a bunch of parmesan in there and toss the wings in right now. Alright, sorry about the TV there in the background. The kitchen's right next to the living room. But there's the chicken garlic parmesan wings. I tossed them in the sauce that was in the pan, and now I'm going to put them in the air fryer and just crisp them up. And I'm going to do the same with the barbecue ones and the same with the ones that I'm going to put the hot sauce on. No plain ones today, and I will show you the finished product next. All right, there they are out of the air fryer. All right, it is the 19th. So I am still working on the ribs. I have another hour left on those. I'm done eating for the day. It's 7:39. That's going to be, well, the kids and my stepdaughter say they're going to eat them all. I told them they better save me some. Anyway, I've got the ribs, the rib points, or rib tips, whatever you want to call them. I decided I'm done paying $16 for ribs that are already cut up when I can pay the same price and cut them up myself and get all that extra meat, including the back straps. But anyway, I've got those cooking, and I've got some beef ribs braising, but those are going to take another 2 hours, I think, maybe even 3. I want to get them all the way up to 200. I want them probe tender so that they just fall apart in your mouth. The ribs, the 5, what is it? It's called the 3-2-1 method that I use. I do 3 hours on the rack just with the rub. I don't even spritz them. And then I come back, I pull them all off, and then I wrap them all up, and I braise them for 2 hours. And then I bring them in and I paint them with the barbecue sauce that I made, and I put it up. Anyway, that homemade barbecue sauce it's just awesome. I got it from a lady. All day I dream about food, and great site for low carb recipes, gluten-free recipes, things like that. I'm doing keto and low carb. I'm more leaning towards low carb than the keto. But I do that. I make ribs quite often, so if I keep repeating myself in the ribs, tell me to stop. Unless you like rib porn there. But anyway, I gave you the recipe for the sauce, chicken wings, how to smoke them. You can do the same thing in the oven. You just won't have the smoke flavor. I slow cooked them in the smoker because I slow cooked the ribs. So I had to put them in my air fryer to crisp them up. If you do them all in the oven, you don't have to crisp them up. Just add a little bit of baking powder, not baking soda, but baking powder. Just a touch, like a quarter of a teaspoon, and that'll go ahead and do it. I stay away from all corn products now. That movies that DDP had us watch freaked me out. All right. I'll talk to you later. I hope you guys enjoy. I hope my thing cooperates and I can put it up tonight. All right. Talk to you later. Bye.